Hello, Atlanta. Happy Mother's Day.
Hey, you know no junk food for breakfast.
Dad lets us.
He also lets you go to school without any underwear.
The director of Pretty Woman and Valentine's Day.
Sandy's ex just got remarried to like a 12-year-old.
Tweet at me if you want to check in.
Did she just say tweet at me?
Invites you to celebrate the most important job in the world.
Yellow card, are you?
Oh, he blew another man's whistle. Baby, you better go. You gonna get hurt.
This spring, 4 families have one day to reconnect.
You guys are supposed to be in Texas.
To embrace what's new.
This is so exciting. Your first sleepover with Dad and his new, person.
You want us to call her mom too?
No, absolutely not. I would say ma'am is good.
And to prepare
Do you have kids?
Career keeps me busy.
for some big surprises.
Who should I make it out to?
On April 29th, get ready for the mother of all comedies.
Tanner, no, not on her bag.
Jennifer Aniston, Kate Hudson, Julia Roberts, Jason Sudeikis.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Will you just tweet at me?
Yeah, I'll tweet. What?
Yeah, see, right? That didn't sound right.
Good crowd. Hey, Shay, what's up?
Hey, how are ya?
Good. That looks fun. How fun does that movie look, everybody?
Right? It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Speaking of fun, you've had a fun day already. You hosted Live with Kelly and Michael this morning.
Did. Oh my goodness. Did that really happen? I mean, I'm still kind of tripping out about that.
How was that experience? It must be pretty intense to actually be the interviewer.
Yeah, it was a very different, position to be on, but it was so much fun, and he made me feel so comfortable. But I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely very, 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 very nervous.
You did great.
Thank you.
So tell me about this. This is your big screen debut.
Yes.
What a movie to be a part of, right?
I mean, not that bad. This kind of a movie with this cast and a Gary Marshall film for my first one. Yeah, not too bad.
So tell us about your role. You played Tina.
So I play Tina, who is the stepmom to Jennifer's kids in the movie, and the new wife to Timothy Olyphant.
So what was that like to play?
It was a really hard day at work, playing opposite Jen and Tim. It was so wonderful, and she was so great. I mean, I was definitely very nervous being on set with her the first day, but she's the real deal. She's a really amazing woman and made me feel so comfortable, so it was great.
Yeah, what were some of if you learned any lessons from, Jennifer Aniston, you also have Julia Roberts, Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have little powwows about being actresses and
I
share
didn't
tips?
work with Julia or Kate, but I mean, just seeing Jen and how professional she is, when she comes on set, she's always prepared, always ready, knows her lines, and just makes everybody have a really good time,
Yeah. And so what was that like working with Timothy Olyphant and kind of getting into this stepmom vibe? Because I don't think you're a stepmom in
I'm
real
not
life.
a stepmom. What? Surprise! No, I'm not. But, he was so great. And I love him on Justified. I've always been a big fan of his. So he was so cool. And the kids were adorable. Caleb and Brandon, the 2 boys that played my sons in the movie, were so sweet. It was really fun. We had a good time.
Like working with Gary Marshall. I mean, Gary Marshall,
The legend.
best. Yes.
He is so wonderful. And, people always said, like, being on a Gary Marshall set is very different. And you truly feel like you're family. I mean, he has all of his family come out. He has the crew members' families, actors' families come out. And he's just so sweet. The only one that could get me to take my cover off my bathing suit. Yeah, he's the only one. I was like, for you, Gary, anything. I will do it, yeah.
Had you seen any of his other films, including the more
gosh.
recent Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve?
I've seen all of them. I love his holiday-themed movies. And I mean, obviously, Pretty Woman, who hasn't seen that? But
Pretty Woman.
yeah, right? He's an incredible director and just person.
So it was a difference for you, being on a successful TV series and then going on to a film set. What's it like? Is the vibe different? Is the way you guys, shoot different?
I honestly just think it's a different experience because I'm so used to working with the same crew, same cast on my show that when you get to go and work on a movie set, it's very different, and it's a lot shorter. It's not 7 years, so you're kind of in and out. But it was great. I'm all about new experiences. I think that's kind of the thing that I look most forward to. I love being scared, as weird as that is.
That sounds good.
Right?
Yeah, of
And you
course.
don't want to stay comfortable. You want to keep keep it moving, keep growing. So put yourself in uncomfortable positions sometimes, and then you look back and be like, whoa, I did that.
Yeah. So you're pushing
like
the limits
20.
a little bit there, being a part of more movies. Tell me about that, and would you like to, continue doing film, or are you more interested in sticking with TV?
I think it all comes down to the script and the character. Regardless of if it's movies or TV, I would love and be so fortunate to do either. So whatever comes in, yeah.
And you're kind of playing closer to your age now on Pretty Little Liars.
I am.
With the time jump. Has that kind of been making it more exciting for you and kind of getting out of those teen years?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it got to a certain point where just fitting in that, school desk in Rosewood wasn't working anymore for us, They couldn't really make us look 16 anymore, so they're like, I'm gonna have to age them, which works for my benefit. And it was also just fun. Now we can actually have drinks, not just coffee all the time. And it's more mature, but I think we owed that to our fans because they started watching us when they were younger, and now they've grown up with us, so yeah.
So what's that experience been like, being on Pretty Little Liars? I know it's rumored to be coming to an end, or it might be confirmed at this point.
Is it?
Tell me about that and how these past, few years have really shaped you and shaped the way you view your career.
I mean, talk about a learning experience to go from, never really being on a TV show to then thrown into something that was 7 years and maybe more. It was amazing. It was such the best kind of learning experience you could ever have. I got to work with such a wonderful cast and crew who are truly my second family now. I mean, I spend way more time with them than I do my own family. And it's just been an amazing experience to see, people have kids and now they're like 6 and 7. You're like, wait a minute. It's insane. But it's been the best experience I could have ever asked for. And I don't know, talking about the ending just won't happen because then I'll just start bawling. So I don't think any of us want that. No.
And your character, Emily, has really grown throughout the series.
Has she ever? I mean, from just
yeah.
sneakers to now like boots, motorcycle jackets. Like, it's getting crazy.
But it's one of those characters on TV that it's such a great thing to see a character like Emily, who she plays a gay character on Pretty Little Liars. And I feel like the TV landscape has kind of changed. But when you first got the role and you were reading the script, how did you want to approach the character of Emily to bring her to the screen?
As honestly as I could. I mean, yeah. See, no one even gasps anymore. They're like, she plays a gay character. 10 years ago, that would be like, what? Right, exactly. But I mean, that's amazing to know that we're getting closer. Playing Emily was so wonderful, and I couldn't imagine playing any other character. I mean, it was really cool to be able to stand up and have a voice for her. And in the LGBT community, I mean, I'm happy that I don't get asked that question anymore, like, how does it feel to kiss a girl anymore? That's slowly dwindling. Not a lot of people are asking, what it's like anymore, which I think is great. It shouldn't even, yeah.
So what do we have coming for you in your arc with Emily within the next few seasons?
I know as much as you guys do, and I promise you I am not lying. I don't ask the writers what's coming up or what's in store because I'm not, in real life, a good liar. So if you bribed me with a couple tequila shots, I'd tell you everything. And
bring out the tequila.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to be surprised with everybody else. You don't know what's going to happen next week. Why should my character? Yeah, that's how I feel. So I truly don't know. I know what episode we're going to be coming into. We're starting a new episode tomorrow. I did read the script. I can't tell you, but I have no idea what's in store for this season. Hopefully, a good romantic relationship with somebody.
I know, I was going to ask that next. Are we going to see Emily in some sort of romance? I love the spoilers, guys.
Right? I know. I hope so. I feel like last season she was kind of lacking in the love department. In all the other seasons, she had that great revolving door of ladies, and now it just kind of died down a little bit. So I would like to have some fun. I mean, Emily would love to have some fun, this season.
Anything with Allison in the future, or?
You never know.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm like, should we call up Marlene? Maybe? I have no idea.
So being on a huge TV show like this and having so many followers, what's your approach to social media and relating to your fans in both a personal way and then keeping some things private?
I love social media. I love connecting with the fans, which is why I do a little bit extra. I started my YouTube channel so I could really take them on every experience. with me. And just with like Twitter, the Play with Shays that I do, I love it. I love it all. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, you know? So I am truly grateful, and I want to share these experiences. It's not fun to just experience them on my own, you know? So I think, why not share it? And now with all these amazing different social media platforms and filters on Snapchat, I have a great time, you know? I get to really play out my crazy on Snapchat. So I have a lot of fun, and the more filters they add, the more I continue with my characters.
Isn't it the best when you just catch yourself alone, just doing a filter, like the doggy filter? Like, if people
Not
saw
even
you,
alone. No. I do that. What are you talking about? I'm like, there's like 50 people there, and I'm like, it's not okay. It's not cute.
I usually do it alone.
Yeah, well, maybe I should.
Never. So tell me about your YouTube channel. What inspired you to start that, and what are you trying to, accomplish along the way when you do these little tutorials?
Well, I was always a big fan of Brooke Burke on Wild on E. I don't know if any of you guys saw that, but I loved that show. And I couldn't shoot 2 shows at the same time, so I thought, why not do my own little YouTube show of that? And there came Shaycation. So, I started Shaycation. That was really, I wanted to travel and I wanted to have some sort of show on that, but I also wanted to show people that I could do other things, like bake. You know, even if I do burn the batch of cookies every once in a while, who cares? I tried, and that's what counts. So I think that, I really wanted to just invite people into my home. I wanted to show them tips and tricks that I pick up. Sharing is caring. Yeah. That's why, with the YouTube channel, I just wanted to share a little bit more.
What has been your favorite Shaycation?
Oh my gosh. I actually shot, over the break, the hiatus, I did go to Africa, which was so amazing. Didn't really shoot that because that was more of a relax, but I did do a very fun one in Hawaii and Miami. So I just saw the cut for that, which I'm excited about. But I've gotten to go to so many amazing places, Morocco, Dubai, Bali. So there's a lot more where that's coming from, and I just think, why not? I want people to want to go out there and see the world. It's so big. And, well, duh. I know. But I just want you to go out there and explore and get lost. And if I can show you a little glimpse of what's out there on my YouTube channel, then awesome.
Yeah. And you're taking your fans with you on all these little journeys.
Yeah.
So what's something that, is super important to you, something that is philanthropy. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about that and how you want to get involved, in the world and in these social issues.
I mean, I think for me, my goal is just to leave the world a better place than when I came into it. That's always something that I think about. And anytime I can, lend my voice to something that I really truly care about, then I'm going to do that. Because why would it matter that if I have all these amazing followers and social media and this platform that I built to then what, post another selfie? Like, no, I want to share things that I care about and that other people may not know about. I want to bring awareness to causes that are very important to me. And
What's one of those causes right now that you're really focusing in on?
Well, it was recently my birthday. I recently turned 29. And surprise.
I thought you were 16
I
all
know,
these years.
Right? No. And so I hosted a cycle ride at Cycle House in LA, and I had 40 of my close friends come by and spin with me, and all of the money that was spent on a bike went to an organization I work with called Together One Heart, and it deals with women and children involved in the sex trafficking industry, which is very near and dear to my heart and something that we need to put an end to. So I mean, using anything that I can, my voice, social media, friends, connections, anything that I can do to put a dent in this is my main goal.
We should give her a round of applause for that. That's pretty neat. And you guys are great. What a great audience. And speaking of all this stuff you do, I mean, YouTube channel, Pretty Little Liars, now she's a movie star. What else does she has an athletic wear line. Tell me about your lifestyle brand a little bit. This seems to be very important to you.
I think the overall brand message that I want is if I can do it, you can do it. That's really what I'm just saying, I never would have imagined that, I could write a book and then have my name on it.
Oh, yeah, she wrote a book, too.
No, I didn't mean to say it like that, like you forgot the book. No.
I have it on my list of all Shay Mitchell's accomplishments.
If there's something that I want to go out and do and achieve, then I'm going to go out and do that. And I think that should be for anybody. the sky isn't the limit, you know? Go above and beyond. Do whatever it is that you want to do. You have this one life, so let's go and make the most of it. You know, I might want to drop a music video, maybe an album one day. Who knows? I might.
Full of Beyonce.
Yeah, Shay coming to a city near you. You never know, but I just don't feel like people should put limits, you know? I'm not a writer. So what, does that mean I shouldn't ever write a book? No. I can tell a story. I worked with an amazing ghostwriter. I don't need to write. Like, I can tell a story, you know? So I feel like even if things sometimes seem so out of realm and so out of this world, look, this is my first movie. Look at this cast and these people. Like, dreams do come true, you know? So go out there and get it.
So what was that experience like writing a book and sitting down and kind of, did you have the idea and you just kind of, it just flowed out of you? Or I'm always curious about that.
You know, I wrote it with my friend Michaela, and we were sitting there one day just kind of talking about all of our past experiences, old boyfriends, different experiences, places that we moved and lived in, and I just sort of started thinking that, you know, there must be other people out there that can relate to some of our stories. And then we ran out to my garage and we wrote all this down on a whiteboard, and then I kind of looked back on it and was like, I think we have a story here. And I've grown up being such an avid reader myself of like several different books, and I wanted to sort of mix my past experiences with fiction, and then there we go, there was Bliss, because why not? That's sort of my thing, like, why not?
We see a lot of books nowadays being turned into movies or TV
Yes,
series.
we do.
Or would you like to see Bliss somehow make it onto the screen?
You know, I'd be lying to say if I haven't thought about that. So, yeah, producing is something that I am very interested in, so we'll see.
Ooh, I got a little bit of a spoiler.
There you go.
What else can you share about Mother's Day? I know you don't want to share too many spoilers, but tell everybody about kind of the gist and how everyone is linked.
Well, I mean, if you've seen Valentine's Day or New Year's Eve, it's one of those like feel-good movies that you go, you enjoy popcorn, Smarties. Smarties is a Canadian thing. Never mind. Skittles, whatever it is, you know, and you can enjoy it. And it's a perfect date with your mom, your grandma, whoever. I just think that this movie is so fun for anybody. And there's relationships in it and characters in it that are relatable for everybody. So it's such a fun, sweet movie. And I'm so proud and excited and still in shock that I'm a part of it.
I think it's awesome.
So
definitely check it out. I saw it. Cried a little, laughed a little.
Right?
Jennifer Aniston's the bomb in it. I love her.
But I mean, when is she not the bomb?
But it's been a little while since we saw Jen in anything, so it's nice to see her again.
Yeah.
And I know Julia Roberts' wig has been getting a lot of love as well.
I mean, being sandwiched in between the two of them on the red carpet, you know, for the premiere of that was kind of insane. But to be honest, the best part of that premiere day for me was I brought my grandma on the carpet with me, and she had her moment. She worked it, she kissed and like waved to the camera, and I was like, all right, you do your thing. And she loved it. She showed me the clips the next day of all her press. I was like, okay. So I mean,
sandwich in between them too, probably.
yeah, and she was just looking on. I mean, that for me was the best moment ever.
Well, I do want to open it up because I'm sure you got so many fans out here. So give us your question.
Great. We're going to start with a question from an online viewer. So Brianna would like to know, what is your favorite way to spend Mother's Day?
Ooh, going to the movies. Actually, there's this really good movie that's coming out this Friday, April 29th. I think it's perfect. Buy a couple of tickets for you and your mom, maybe take her out for dinner either before or after. Yeah. Sounds like a great idea.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for coming.
What's one piece of advice that your mom has given you that has remained true to this day?
I think, no, I know. I mean, growing up, always just looking at my mom and all the different hats that she wore, she was extremely independent, very hard worker, and then managed to come home and have dinner on the table every single night. She's just a superwoman. And I think seeing her being able to juggle all those things with ease and grace and never complaining about it was something that I always was just like, okay. Like, I took a little something from her. And she always just said to me, she's like, you know, if you get things on your own, then you don't have to owe anybody back, you know? Whatever it is you want out there, if you want it, go out there, believe in yourself, and you can achieve it. And the world is your oyster is kind of something that both my parents always said to my brother and I. So the world is your oyster. Didn't quite understand what that meant back then. Still not quite sure what that means now, but you know what? I love that quote. So the world is your oyster, kids.
Hey Shay, great advice for Mom. Besides Mother's Day, what are a couple of other of your favorite holidays and why?
Father's Day, love that. What is my favorite? I always feel like birthdays are always a very interesting thing to me. Like, I wonder, I'm like, why do people call me on my birthday to say happy birthday? Call my mom. She was in labor for like 30 hours, you know?
She gave birth.
She
It's her
gave birth.
birthday.
I always think that birthday's like, it's not about, I didn't do anything. I don't know why I'm getting celebrated, but yeah, those are interesting. I just find holidays in general to be interesting. I love a good holiday. And if you really look, every single day could be a holiday. National Cheeseburger Day, National Donut Day, National Hug Day. There's a holiday 365 days a year, if you really want.
Puppy Day.
Yeah.
Hi, Shay.
Hi.
So given that you're a master at traveling, what are your suggestions on like what to pack? What are the traveling essentials?
Overpack always. Bring way more suitcases than you need, okay? Be sure to always spend a lot of money on overpacked luggage and all of that. No. I wish I could say that I was a better packer. I'm probably the worst person to ask. But I do believe in a way that, you know, sometimes you're away on vacation, you're like, oh, I should have brought that leather jacket. Why did I bring that leather jacket? You know, and you don't want to be thinking about that on vacation. So just overpack. Bring way more than you need, and you'll always have options. Okay? Yeah.
What are your essentials, though? Do you have like a set of...
You know, that too. It's like my travel bag is its own like 75 pounds because I have everything, you know, Febreze, little stain removers, hand sanitizers. I wipe down everything when I get onto a plane. Not because I'm like a germaphobe, because I'm not, but on planes, I'm very specific. So I'll be the person that's like, hey, you want me to get your seat? You have the buttons? You're gonna touch them? Okay, let me just get it for you. And they think I'm crazy, but yeah, I'm really over-prepared. And that's why I'm like, when the day comes when I'm a mother, like that bag will be so stocked of everything, I'll be able to feed an army with all the snacks I have. So I'll be good.
Picture you as like Reese Witherspoon in Wild when she has the huge...
That's like me on a daily basis. Oh, I know. No, I'm not even kidding. That's my makeup and toiletries bag right there.
All right, we have time for one more.
Hey Shay, since we're on the subject of Mother's Day, is there like a particular gift that you always give to your mom or anything?
You know, one thing that I used to do, no, I still do it, don't lie. I would forget sometimes to get a present, okay? I'm really last minute in a lot of things that I do in my life, so there's nothing better than going into the pantry, finding something that's been unopened, perhaps unopened can of Planters, peanuts, those work. Swear to God that is what I did for Father's Day. I haven't done that for Mother's Day. I actually do gifts for her, but for my dad, he's gotten peanuts 2 years in a row. I give it to him. I'm like, I know you like them. I mean, we always have a supply of them in the pantry, so I thought I'd buy them for you. And what? You know?
Parents just want to see you on Mother's Day and Father's Day, right,
I
parents?
think that's what it comes down to. It's just quality time. And now my parents are just happy when I don't bring a cell phone to the dinner table. That makes them really excited. They're like, where's the cell phone? I'm like, I left it in my bedroom. They're like, are you kidding? Mark, she left the cell phone in the room. And they're like, jumping up and down. So I think quality time is actually the best thing you can give anybody, actually. Yeah. So thank you guys for giving me your time today by coming.
And a great gift would be a ticket to Mother's Day, right?
Yes. Coming out April 29th, which is this Friday, folks, just in case you didn't know.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, guys. Check out Mother's Day.
You guys are so awesome, by the way. Thank you. That was so fun.